Hey, this is Benjamin Franglish. This is a small moment. I haven't done like a kind of a long video explaining stuff, so here is a t-shirt with my ex-boss, aka Captain Hook, but me like using the metaphor of Peter Pan, but like I don't think I'm a child exactly, but I like to imagine to that adults when they get like with a long face super serious are missing a lot of things of life. So it's like the dichotomy between like the world, the ideas of anarchy that people have when they pure ideas in during teenagerhood, drawing teddy bears, like these kind of things of like drawing on t-shirts, designing t-shirts online. The mushrooms, well, that's another topic for sure, but like it's not something to do, of course, every day. And if people don't do it, I would say it's also a good thing, it's like they're fine. And like this strange problematic, like this thoughts about the connection between law, drugs, and religions, like this strange trinity that I was trying to elaborate on one side. Here, the cup of good wine, right, like with your friends, fancy friends. The idea of voting for the right party and telling that, the people who are voting for that party are wrong, they must be on the wrong path while we are on the right path. The idea of the cross, when you always need to quote this religion or that religion to sound like kind of spiritual when you think you having a lot to say, when actually you're just using the symbolic of suffering, a torture, an instrument of torture. Like I would like to imagine just Jesus Christ having a nice threesome and enjoying life, but people cannot conceptualize this. They need to remind all the time like this suffering that has been orchestrated. And then the idea of getting medals, decoration from like institutions telling you done a good job, bravo. And the dollars, like chasing the money, always running after the money and comparing yourself with your own friends that you used to party so much with, and then like, how are you doing in life? How much money is it giving, like the salaries and everything, like almost comparing yourself with your wife or like the ex-best friends or whatever, and having a strange race orchestrated when actually no money is gonna follow you in the grave. The suit, the idea of looking so good, and actually I have my own suit, so I like to play this dichotomy. When I wear the suit myself, people look at me like, whoa, you must be a very important guy, and I like to take advantage out of it, and then this dear master, it's like cher maître, that's said in French actually, with the small tongue licking the butt, for introducing the idea of like having to lick the right asses, annulanguses, to do to promote your career, to get in the right networking, and to go up in a scale of a ladder that is to me not even that profound and interesting. It's like just in the surface, this ladder, it's not going deep. There is nothing deep in this ladder, and but like it's not time to be realistic. People also talk about like social status basically, so you have more interest to lick the ass of someone who has a right to good social status rather than a young guy who is on YouTube just showing his t-shirt, or like a beggar in the street. Of course nobody is like being too sweet and licking the ass of a beggar in some ways, symbolically speaking, of course. Right, they would do a lot about their boss or someone who just looks rich. You're not even sure if he's rich, but like you have more interest to get to be his friends, so it's like a calculated friendship. Doesn't come much from the heart but more from a strategy, so you cannot be sure about the genuine friendship if there is any of them. And behind, at last, that's what I wanted to show, is Kali dancing on Shiva as an alien. Kali is the kind of dark side of Parvati. But anyway, that's like one of the very important goddesses in Hinduism, holding a head here. It's like a very, I don't even know if it's expressionism, impressionism. I don't want to label it in some ways, like the mountains. I play on them with oil color. So as you can see, the snake here of Shiva, it's like they look more alien because there are some theories like that the Hindu gods were aliens. I like them without joining this club. Oh, I have this thing from the COVID times, and anyway, and these theories then are like I like to represent them with the positive critics of religions in the way like I can just over represent them and to very happily with a lot of enthusiasm express the collective imaginations, how it has been operated through history and geographically speaking. So that is like how I did this painting so far. And to continue, so that's like the studio is getting full of paintings here, 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 minimalist. Here I went to do very abstract arcs for the Chinese New Year, also full of folklore, the Chinese New Year, with some spirits to satisfy, you know, ancestors watching you. You need to eat special dishes to satisfy and to some spirits and to get some luck. So it's a lot about luck that is brought from, well, let's say ghosts. Let's be honest, it's like about this. Well, so I use the gold color they use for the temples in the very abstract way, and then it makes this painting neither dark, neither light. Okay, that's a short one, and I'm gonna go to dig more into collective imagination and individual imagination that I hope you can relate to, whatever your belief is, whatever your label is, basically. I don't care. I want us to relate to each other, but and I'm gonna do very progressive with these videos without caring much if they're gonna be popular.